Hello students. So in previous class we have discussed 17th chapter up to the topic of how the forests were used during the British rule. So now today we are going to discuss about the forest in danger and the need to plant new trees. So everyone has been started cutting the woods in the forests so that the forest has become in danger, and definitely at that time they need to plant the new trees. So we will see now. The British government has started getting worried as the timber trade increased. So at that time the industries have started, so the timber has used a lot, so that here the British government has started worrying about that the timber trade is increasing day by day. So where would it get wood for its future railways, ships and houses? If the forests were cut down so rapidly, then so that the government felt that it should be do something to ensure a regular supply of wood. So like this, the wood is cutting wherever they want. The wood is cutting for future. They are making what railways they are constructing, and the ships and the houses. So if the foresters are cutting like this to construct the houses and railways for the ships, so what is happening? Then the government felt that they have to do something for the regular supply of wood from the foresters timber. So then they have decided to plant new trees to replace the forest that were being cut down. So at last the government has decided that what they have, because for their business purpose they are cutting the wood from the trees, right? So that they have decided that at that places they want to replace the forest with the new plants, so that they have started planting the new plants. So wherever they are cutting the forest trees, at that place they are planting the new plants here. But here the government is not interested in planting the trees that were useful to the common people. What are the plants which are useful to the common people, like such as mango, mahua, neem trees? So like these trees are useful for the people. So the government is not planting such these trees. It is only interested in to plant trees which are providing the timber, because at that time in market there is a very great demand for the timber. So that's why for their trading purpose, for money purpose, they want to plant only the trees which will provide the timber. So it began to plant trees like teak and pine in place of the forests that were being cut down. So what they have started, so at that places where they are, wherever they are cutting the trees, they started to plant their teak trees. So whatever the trees which are providing the timber to them for their trading purpose, so that plants they are started planting, they have started planting there wherever they have. The government set up a forest department. The most importantly, the government set up a forest department in the year of 1864. So what the government have decided, it want to set up a department. It is forest department in the year of 1864. So here the forest department made new laws and rules to protect the new forest it was planting. So what is the duty of this forest department is, these forest department, it means the government has set up this department, right? So in that department the government has made new laws and rules for the purpose of to protect the new forests which was planting. It means the whatever the wood they are cutting, they are planting the new trees there, right, to protect them. So these the government has set up the forest department. So through these rules, it also tried to make sure that old forests did not vanish completely but were cut more carefully. So what are the one more rule? So here the government not only protecting the new foresters, but it also trying to make sure that whatever the old foresters are there, they should not vanish. It is nothing but the completely they should not cut the complete forests, and whatever the some trees they are cutting, they have to cut more carefully. So these rules and laws helped the government to control the forests. So whenever the government has brought up the forest department, then because of these rules and laws only, the forests are got controlled by cutting. So the forest department officials who are there, they felt the forests needed to be protected from the people living in or near them. So what the forest department officials, what they have done, they have felt here that they have to protect these forests from the people who are living near to the forest. Adivasi revolts. Revolts is nothing but opposing or refusing. So we have seen how the conditions of the Adivasi farmers who lived in the jungle became worse in the British times. So we all know that in olden years, the people used to live in the jungle, in forests. That people are Adivasis. So in very difficult conditions, the Adivasi farmers have lived in very worst conditions. They have lived, survived their life in the jungle in the British times. So the tribal people like Baiga, Muria and Gond and Bill, these are the tribes of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, and the other tribes like the Koya and Reddys and Kolam tribes of, these are the tribes of Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, and the Savora Adivasis, they are from Orissa. Now they are no longer able to practice their old forms of cultivation. So here the Adivasi farmers who used to live in the jungles is known as what? The tribes. So the tribal peoples like in the Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, and coming to our Telangana and Andhra Pradesh also, and Orissa. So these are the people were no longer, and they are able to at that time forms of cultivation. Now they are not able to practice the old form of cultivation. So they were forced to become laborers for either the forest department or for the contractors. So what the people who are there, their own form cultivation farming they are not doing, the tribal people. So what they have, that people are completely, they are forced to become laborers, not owners, but to become the laborers either to the forest department or for the contractors, or else that people will force to work as the bonded laborers for the money lenders or the farmers who came from the outside. So in this way the people used to force the people who used to live in the forests as to become laborers for the forest department or for the contractors or for the money lenders or the farmers who came from the outside. Now that the roads and railways lines had reached most places, it become easy for people from outside to settle down in Adivasis areas and seize their lands. So the power of the forest departments also increased. So what happened at that time? They have started constructing the roads and railways. So it has reached completely to the most places. So for every people it has become very easy to transport here and there. So the people started coming from the other outside, and they started settle down in the areas of the Adivasis, and also they have seizing their lands. So in this way the power of the Department of Forest is also increased. So they started beating up people for the smallest reason. So when the power of forest department has increased, what they have done, they have started beating up for the people without any reasons or for the smallest reasons. And by beating, they are started to force them to pay the fines. So they also forcibly entered into people's home to take away their belongings. So if they are not able to pay the fines, then the people forcefully they have started to enter into their homes, and they started to taking whatever the belongings are there in their homes. They started taking that. They ill-treated women and took bribes and got beggar done by people. What they used to do, they used to treat women very badly, and they used to do their works, and they used to not give the money like a free labor which done by beggar, which done by the people. So in this way all these things are day by day slowly they have become common here. The Adivasis started protesting against such atrocities in many places. So like this, the people, the forest departments, they have started behaving like this, treating very badly, so that the Adivasis they have started protesting against such these things in different places. During this the protest process, what they used to do, they used to burn down many of the police stations and many of the forest departments and houses of the money lenders, because these three parts of people, they used to force the Adivasis to do the work as a laborers, and they used to make fines, and they used to take out all the belongings from their homes. So that's why the Adivasis started protesting themselves. In this process they used to cut down all the they used to burn all the police stations and the forest departments and houses of the money lenders. So in many places they would set fire to the entire jungle also. So in many places they used to keep the fire to the complete jungle also. Such protests were made by the Santal Adivasis in Jharkhand in the year of 1856. So like this process, like this protest, in which area they used to do? The Santal Adivasis, they used to live in the Jharkhand. They used to do like this in the year of 1856. They used to keep the complete fire to the jungles and the police departments. By the Koya Adivasis of Andhra Pradesh in the year of 1880, and in 1992 by the Maria and the Muraya Adivasis of Bastar in 1910, and by the Gond and Kolam Adivasis in the 1940. So all these areas of the tribal people, they used to do such things like this. They used to keep the fire to the entire jungle. The Santal Revolt. From the beginning, the Santals of Jharkhand, like we have discussed in previous topic, right? The Santal Adivasis in Jharkhand in the year of 1856, what they used to do, they used to protest themselves as keeping fire to the complete jungle. So from the beginning, the Santals of Jharkhand, they had been resisting and protesting against the British rules only. So in the year of 1855 to 56, there was a very huge revolt in which the Santals started looking and they started killing the zamindars and moneylenders. So these people, the Santals of Jharkhand, from first only they have what they used to do, they used to protest against the British rule because that people are started forcing them to work as the laborers, so that these Santas of Jharkhand, they have been started resisting and protesting against the rules of British. So in the year of 1855 to 56, there was a very huge, a large revolt. In that revolt, these Santals are started killing the zamindaris and moneylenders. So the Santals declared that British rule had come to an end. So these people, when they started killing to the zamindaris and moneylenders, what they have decided, they have declared that now this British rule is going to end. So that they so after declaring that, they wanted to make the free state for the Santals. But they were armed only with bows and arrows and were not strong enough to stand against the gun bearing British army. So in that revolt, they have been killing the zamindaris and moneylenders, right? So what they have thought, they have killing everyone so that now the British rule will end and they will make their free state. But what happened is, near the Santals only the bows and arrows are there, so these weapons are not enough strong to kill complete army of the British, because the British army have guns there, so that these weapons are not strong enough to stand against the gun which are bearing by the British army. So by the end of the this battle, what happened, 15,000 Santals were killed and their revolt was finally